Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXC Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So, sports commentator, sports analyst, former athlete, as well as coach Ato Boldon has come out and he's decided to give his 2 cents on Elaine Thompson Hera. Quite interesting given, we're heading into Paris and Elaine Thompson Hera isn't a part of Paris. He's decided to give his 2 cents on this particular athlete at this moment. I'm not even sure why, but anyway, track is he's decided to come out and say, hey, Elaine Thompson Hera is good as done at this particular point in time. Yeah, he believes that her athletic career is over because her body is over, given the fact that she's been suffering from injuries, the last few years. And this last injury seems so bad that he believes there's no coming back for Elaine Thompson Hera, especially when you consider that she's gone 10.54, the fastest woman alive. He believes that there's no Elaine Thompson Hera getting back to that 10.54 level. I'm going to let you take a listen to what Ato Boldon had to say, and then I'm going to get back to the rest of my commentary.
Um, I think she may have overestimated her value when she won the second double. Her and her husband. It happens. It happens a lot in this sport. You have athlete X who thinks, "Oh, well, I did blah 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 blah, and nobody's ever done that." But the shoe companies sometimes look at you differently. The shoe companies, I think it happened with Allison too, Allison Felix. The shoe companies look at you. Think New England Patriots. They look at you and they go, "Wow, that's a fantastic achievement. Is it up from here or down from here?" And if the answer is down, or they give you a contract where you don't feel like that's the money you should be making now, and you're not looking at yourself the way they look. I think there were some mistakes made with Elaine. I mean, shoot. But I think more than anything else, it's that her body physically is done. Now remember when Asafa Powell was I think he's forever on 99 or 98 sub 10, and he was going after the last two sub tens or the last sub tens to get to 100. I was like, it's never gonna happen. They were like, and Otto Bolden, he's such a damn hater. I'm like, you can call me what you want. I know the 100. When the body has had enough, when it's done, it's done. How many athletes have you? Oh, it's almost there. It's done. It's over. So I look at Elaine and I go, she has done things that nobody else has done. She's in a club of one with her double double in the last two Olympic Games. But I don't think she's coming back. I don't. I have appreciated her. I will give her all her flowers. I don't think she's coming back. Not with that injury. Not with where she came from. 10-5.
All right, so Jack is there. You heard him. That was Ato Boldon. So he pretty much, as I said, says there's no more athletic career for Elaine Thompson here, and he likened it to when Asafa Powell was trying to hit his 100th sub 10, and he said, "Hey." I said the body is done when Asafa Powell was trying to hit that 100 mark. He never eventually hit that 100 mark. And I was right. People called me a hater, but it is what it is. When the body is done, the body is done. And he is saying Elaine Thompson Hera's body is done. Track is yeah, I'm in my good mood right now because yes, this is the Paris Olympic Games. I'm looking forward to seeing our Jamaican athletes perform, and nothing like somebody to come out and say something to get you all riled up, you know what I mean. But this is what I think about making pronouncements on anybody's career. You don't know the future. You don't know the future. Yes, it could be very well done and dusted, and it could very well not be. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what's going to happen in the future unless Elaine Thompson here calls it quits on her career right now in this particular moment. I don't believe anybody should be coming out and saying the person's career is over as far as I'm concerned, especially given the fact that we've seen in previous years where it looks like Elaine Thompson Hero wasn't going to make a comeback, and she made a comeback. When you look at 2015, 2016, hey, Elaine Thompson Hero had it awesome. She went from a silver medal to two gold medals, you would say, right? Individually, that is, at two championships back to back. But after that, it was championship failure, 2017, 2019, injuries, setbacks over and over and over again, to the point where, like, okay, Elaine Thompson, that is it, no more. But guess what? She came back in 2021 and she surprised the world by retaining that double, putting herself in a class of her own, pretty much. When you talk about women and the sprint event, and of course, when you look at it overall, then clearly she joins the ranks of likes of Usain Bolt. When you talk about athletes that have gone on to, repeat over the sprint events. Now, as we know, Usain Bolt has done it 3 times, but still, Elaine Thompson here are definitely in a league of her own. So when I think about an athlete that has had such a career, a tumultuous career, yes, a lot of ups and also a lot of downs as well, I'm not going to be, the first person to jump out and say, hey, or agree that, hey, her career is over, given the fact that we've seen her come back from what seems to be a virtually dead career in previous years as well. So, with that being said, track is personally, I don't agree with what Ato Boldon has to say. Now, this is something that quite a few Jamaicans say as well. I've heard a few Jamaicans in the comment section say, hey, Elaine Thompson here is done unless yada, 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 yada. Now, what I will agree with is that when we talk about an Elaine Thompson here and the type of injuries that she's had over the years, and given the fact that she hasn't been able to find a coach outside of Stephen Francis, and I would say in recent times, Shaniki Osborne, though she hasn't really been with Elaine for long, so there's no really way to prove that, hey, maybe Elaine was, having a good spot or not. But it's definitely proven that, Stephen Francis has been the one to manage her injuries the best, right? So I will agree that when it comes to Elaine Thompson here, for her to continue to succeed in the sport of track and field, she would need a coaching environment, a coaching setup that would be able to manage that injury. So far, what we're looking at is MVP. As far as I'm concerned right now, that definitely seems off the table because Elaine Thompson here is definitely not interested in MVP. Even though I did say, in the most recent video that, when Stephen Francis came out and said, hey, I'm not necessarily saying no, but I would tell her to go overseas. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, stranger things have happened. Maybe we will see Elaine Thompson Hero go back to MVP in the future. You can never really tell, right? But for me personally, for Elaine Thompson Hero going forward, I think the biggest thing for her now when it comes to decision making is finding a place that will work for her, right? Clearly, Stephen Francis outlined that the clubs in Jamaica cannot assist an Elaine Thompson Hero outside of MVP, pretty much. That is what he said. So I think that's the biggest factor going forward for Elaine Thompson for her, career to get rejuvenated. So as far as it being dead, no, I don't agree with it being dead. But what I will agree with is that she has to find a setup that will work for her and that will keep her healthy. Because if she can't stay healthy, then yes, she will not have that athletic career and go on or continue, to do amazing things in the sport of track and field. But anyway, track is that's my thoughts on the whole topic. So Ato Boldon pretty much comes out and pronounces Elaine Thompson Hero's career, over, done, dusted, everything. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know some of you will agree because I've seen it again from you all in the comment section before. But honestly, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's over, or do you think if she gets things sorted out with her coaching going forward in the future, do you think there's a chance of a resurgence of Elaine Thompson Hero's career in the future? Let me know your thoughts. As I said, like the video, trackies, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.